Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bearded
Hello.
Respect number 152.
Hey, everybody.
And if you haven't heard, Mike won't be here tonight, but we have his VIP guest replacement,
Hello.
Dynamite.
Hello. Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me back. Appreciate it.
Well, thanks for doing that.
Yeah.
Jason, you want to welcome these fine people?
Yes, I will. I'm going to get started here with E-Rock. I got him as first. Hey, then we got Johnny Z. And there's Michael. Tuning in there a little bit. Just a reminder, too, this is Michael's wedding anniversary, 26 years.
Nice. Nice.
Yes. And something else tonight, right? Is it your birthday?
Oh, no, not mine. Mine's not till Saturday.
Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday on Saturday then.
Yeah.
That's close.
Yeah.
Happy early birthday, Jason.
Now, my granddaughter, her birthday's today. She turned 6. So.
Oh, cool.
But there's Ken. Hey, Ken from Bayard Beard.
How you doing, Ken?
And there's Mrs. Bruce City. Hey, Becky.
Hi, honey.
Hello, Becky. Hello, Becky.
We got Michael. Hey,
Hello,
Michael. Randy R. Hey, Randy. Yeah, I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I think everybody did. Santa Tom.
How you doing, Santa?
No way.
Abe Elman. Thanks for joining us.
Abe.
Hey, brother.
Amber beat Kevin tonight.
How you doing, Amber?
There's Haley. Good to see you.
Hello.
There's babysitter Jess. She beat 20 Spray Gray today.
How you doing?
Hello.
Hey, Jacob. Good to see you.
You doing, Jacob?
Hello.
Hey, Jack. What's up, brother?
Let me see. KW Lambright. Thanks for joining us.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Excellent.
Yeah, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, guys. Hey, Baker.
How you doing?
Hello.
Big Stu.
How you
Hey,
doing,
Big
Stu?
Hello.
3D. Good to see you.
Hello, neighbor.
Hey, Evan.
How you doing, Evan?
No way.
Hey, Brad. Good to see you.
Hello there, children.
I did not get a new car, nor did I get any beard oil.
I didn't get a new car. No, I didn't get beard oil either.
Same here.
Hey, Kevin.
You probably figure I got enough.
Finally upgraded from
True.
Mike. Yeah.
What did he say?
Hey, Corey.
True.
Hey, brother.
Hey, friggin' frack.
How you doing?
Yeah, E152.
Yep.
Mhm.
Hey, Chris.
How you doing, Chris?
Hello.
Hey, Flaming Beard. Good to see you.
Hello.
Yeah, Pixie Girl said Jean's got that package, so
Hello.
that's good. No, okay, well, I didn't forget my birthday. I just knew what day it was.
Hello there.
I knew it was close.
And yeah, thanks for all the birthday wishes, guys. Hey, Twitch.
How
Hey,
you
brother.
doing, Twitch?
Oh, absolutely, Evan.
Yeah.
There's Ray.
How you doing, Ray?
Hey, Ray.
Hello there.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Jeffrey.
What did he say?
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Hey, B.
How you doing, B?
That's
Hey, brother.
Uncle B. That's Uncle B, right, Dynamite?
I believe that's right. That is true.
Hey, Chief. Good to see you.
How you doing, Chief?
That is
Oh,
true.
and I'm caught up.
Nice.
Hello
All
there,
right.
children.
We're at
Shout out, love
41
the
people.
soundbite.
That's good.
Thanks.
Love the sound bites for everyone.
Oh, excuse me. It's been a rough week, guys.
That's
Hey, Devo. Good to see you.
Merry Christmas.
Do we got any announcements?
Not really an announcement. I'm not sure if everyone's aware. Nate from Ferocious was a um pretty big part of us
Miss
when
everybody.
we started the show. He was one of our first guests. I think he might have been the first guest. Even he recently lost his wife to cancer. I know him and his family are going through a hard time. So if anybody would like to reach out to him and just say that they're thinking of him, I think it'd be great. Um, I know I reached out to him a few times over the last week. Just try to support the people who support us.
Yep. Another one too young, too. She was only 51.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and anytime we asked for anything, he always supported us.
Yeah.
Great guy. Missed that he can't do his streams anymore because of his work schedule.
Yeah.
Looks a lot like Dynamite tonight. Yeah.
Hey, Chief. Yeah. Yeah, we do definitely have beards. That's for sure. Yeah, I guess it's those injections that we get.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
Other than that, I
Like I
don't think
said,
we have much other announcements?
No. Nope. I think it's time to bring on our guest. We got a
Yes,
great guest tonight.
Definitely. Welcome to the Bearded Respect Gym.
Thank you. Good to be here.
And strong with some intro. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh, yeah.
So, JC, should we just jump into the questions right away?
Yeah, might as well. Might as well. We'll get right into
Let's get it.
You even changed a picture for that.
Yes, I did.
All right, Johnny Z, you take care of yourself, buddy. Have a good night.
Yeah, I hope you're feeling better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jim, I know you've watched the show a couple times now, so you should know what the first question is. Your favorite toy as a kid?
Favorite toy as a kid. I'm going to show my age here, but they used to have something called Crash Up Derby racers. They were cars that had a ripcord on them.
Oh,
And
yeah.
when they hit each other, the doors and the hood and stuff would fly off of them.
Yeah, the
Loved it.
T handle gives.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I remember those things.
And
Yep.
they just had a single rubber wheel, right?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I remember
Yep.
that.
It is.
Oh man.
Yep. In the center, they kind of be a little teetery toddle as they went down. Yeah,
Yep.
those are
Had
cool.
that, and also had the Evil Knievel motorcycle, which had the same deal on it too. Yep.
Yep. Oh yeah, I
Nice.
had them. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. That yeah. I've seen some videos pop up. I think they've been on YouTube, like a YouTube short will pop up. And it's guy doing the Evil Knievel stunts. He sets up these big extravagant jumps and stuff. It's funny. It's funny.
Yeah, we tried doing some of the Evil Knievel stunts when we were younger, and most of them didn't work out so good. The worst one was when we thought it'd be a good idea to make a ramp to jump our bikes.
Yeah.
And the ramp itself was made out of a screen door. So we come barreling down the hill and went straight through the screen door into the pile of bricks we had piled up. So yeah. Horrible experience.
Ouch.
Yeah, I used to love riding the bikes. That's what we do too. I broke the stem where the handlebars and the forks go. I broke the neck on a bike one time.
Yep.
Luckily, my dad, he could weld it, so he's a welder, so he welded it up for me. Okay. Now we'll get into some business questions. So you just started this year, 2024.
We did. We
So-
become an official company in May.
In May.
Yep.
And why did you start your own company? What was your reason for starting?
Well, probably September or October of the year before, my wife basically said I needed to get a hobby. So,
okay.
Yeah. So, for the heck of it, I'd already started growing my beard and using product, and I wanted to see if I could make it. So I started making some stuff, and it was the whole intent was just to share it with friends and family. And so, I was taking stuff to work and everything, and finally one day one of the guys said, you really ought to consider doing something with this. And went home to Lisa, and we talked it out for a little bit, and finally at the beginning of May, we went ahead and started pursuing how to become a legal, legitimate company. And by the end of the month, we had all of our paperwork and stuff pushed through, and we were legal.
So it didn't even. It started because she said you needed a hobby. A lot of makers or owners, their reasoning is couldn't find anything that worked for them, so they wanted to do something.
Yep.
But yeah, that's good, because there are a lot of people that do it as a hobby that don't get into the business of it. So
Yeah.
So on that, getting into the business end of it, then what are some of the hard lessons that you've learned starting a business, and then what has been some of the upsides of it? So it's kind of a
Well,
two-parter.
one of the first, yeah. I'll start with the upside is that I've met some amazing people along the way. Um, the reviewers, just the people that we've dealt with that have, supported our business. We've had the opportunity within the last few months to start doing like farmers markets and different vendor events in the area. And, we just met a lot of really, really great people. Leading up to the very first show we were supposed to do was when I learned a hard lesson about you can't believe everything that everyone says, and we wound up getting scammed. And it was supposedly to pay for one of our vendor events, and there were some other fees that were involved that they said had to be paid, and they wound up cleaning out my business bank account. So
Oh boy.
I had to learn to do a little bit of research about who was actually hosting the events, and making sure that who we were actually giving this money to were really who that they were supposed to be. So that was a hard lesson,
Yeah.
because I feel like I'm pretty thorough in everything that I do, but I learned a pretty tough lesson that day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
It just and that kind of stuff irritates me to no end. I mean, why? I mean, I guess you got all kind of scrupulous people in the world, but all these people that even on social media that follow you or text you or message you, I mean, they're all looking to find that get rich quick scheme, and
Mhm.
it's just
Yep.
it's pitiful. It's pitiful. I just can't
Yeah.
can't believe there's people out there like that in this world, but they're out there every day trying to make a buck.
Yep.
Yeah, when there's money involved, everybody wants a piece of it.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now before you started this hobby, since apparently your wife's saying you need to get a hobby, I was going to ask what your passion or hobby was before you got into beard care, but apparently your wife said you didn't have one.
Well, I've had a lot of ventures throughout the whole time me and her have been married. I've been a rock star, local, played and sang guitar in a local band, playing clubs
Nice.
and parties. We did a demo tape, and it was fun. I mean, it was really really fun. You know, did that, did the whole fitness thing where I thought I wanted to be a personal trainer, and got in incredible shape and got into supplements and stuff like that. And it was really really fun. Believe it or not, I am an ordained minister. So I've been a pastor of a church. So I mean, you name it, I have done it.
Hmm.
And she has supported me throughout the whole
That's
deal too.
crazy. That's a lot of different experiences.
Yeah.
I know, totally one extreme to the
Uh-huh.
other.
Hey, it makes it fun though. It makes life fun though.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
oh yeah.
And the last question I have, well, as far as 5 questions go, but we'll have more questions.
Mm-hmm.
If you could only do one thing on your bucket list, and it can include your wife, what would that one thing be that you would want to
Oh,
scratch off?
honestly, travel, because we got married at a very, very young age. I had just turned 19. She had just turned 16.
Hmm.
We've raised kids from that point on. Now, we're raising some grandkids, but we would love to travel. You mentioned Ireland,
Mhm.
earlier. That's our dream place to go. We would love to go to Ireland. So that would be the one thing I would say.
Oh,
Travel.
cool.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a good one. That's kind of one of mine too that I'd like
Mm-hmm.
to scratch off. But
Yeah, I heard Ireland's real nice.
yeah, she said. I mean, the weather. Like, well, they went. I think it was in July, so it was like pretty
Yeah.
much in the middle of summer. But she said it was. She goes, I would have loved it over there. It was
Mm-hmm.
cool. Now it can get dreary. It does rain a
Mm-hmm.
lot over there. But she
Mm-hmm.
says one day the sun will. You definitely got to dress in layers. She said that's what they tell you. You got to dress in layers because one minute you'll be warm, and within 5-10 minutes you might get a little bit of rain and cloud cover come in. She goes, it's definitely different over there. And
Nice.
but she said the green, the grass, it is so
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
green and vibrant over there. And the other thing she said was, well, not the major highways or the roads, but regular roads in the towns are narrow. She said they are narrow.
Yeah.
She sent me a picture where she had stopped and got out of the car and took a picture of the car on the road, and I just don't understand how 2 cars could pass each other on this road. It looked like a horse and buggy trail or something. But
We got some roads like
yeah,
that.
Yeah, that sounds like the Pacific Northwest with the weather. You always got to bring a
yeah,
poncho, umbrella, something like that with you.
yeah.
Oh, that could be Wisconsin sometimes.
Yeah, here in Kansas, it's either you'll have snow 1 hour and then maybe some heat the next, and then maybe you should have brought your umbrella because it's going to rain the next hour.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my
fog.
that. No, I'm in Pennsylvania, Jim. You guys are in South Carolina, North
We are.
Carolina,
We're
Mhm.
we're in South Carolina, Clover.
South Carolina. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's one thing my wife always says. We're up here in Pennsylvania, and we get snow, and but we get the whole gambit of we get hot summers, we get cold winters. But she always talks about wanting to move. Let's go to a different state. I've lived in this state my whole life, and it doesn't matter where you go, you're going to have trouble somewhere.
Mhm.
I
Oh
don't
yeah.
think there's a perfect place to live. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. My wife was born and raised in South Carolina. I'm originally from upstate New York, right
oh,
around
really?
yeah, right around the Saratoga Springs area. So I mean, when I talk about the snow growing up to my kids, they don't believe me. Of
Yeah.
how deep the snow was, you know.
Mhm.
But yeah, so yeah, I've experienced the snow, but yeah, you, it's hot up there too.
Yeah.
But I think I like it better down here because it's almost like the perfect mix. I mean, it never gets, you know, frigid cold. It gets cold, but it's not like what I experienced, up north.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you can get below zero, negative wind chills and stuff like that. Yeah, it can get pretty brutal up here. Yes, that's true. We could have all four seasons in 1 week.
Mm.
Uh, but so you've been, well, if you've been married since you were 19, have you been in South Carolina since you were 19, or even before then?
Oh yeah. I moved down here when I was 10,
Oh,
10 years old.
because
Yeah, so I mean, yeah. She says my wife calls me an honorary redneck.
well, I mean, to me, you have that southern draw a little bit, so that surprised me when you said you were from New York, because you definitely got the little bit of southern in you.
Oh, you can pick that up pretty quick, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I lived in Texas. So I know I moved back. And my mom's like, "You sound like you're from Texas now." And when I had moved down there, I had people who told me I was from Wisconsin by my accent. I'm like,
Mhm.
I didn't know I had an accent.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
Scott's wife Becky says I have an accent, and I'm like,
Well,
okay.
you get it when you say like "worsh" and
Wash, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish that y'all could, my wife could have been here with me tonight doing this because if you want to hear a killer Southern drawl, see, her mama was from Georgia,
Okay.
and so I mean, she has a drawl. I mean, she is Southern personified. Yeah, she's actually got family up here from Georgia that she's visiting with right now in the other room. But yeah, y'all would love her. Y'all really would.
well,
Uh,
we could do this again another time.
Mhm.
yep, we can have you both on. Uh, I lived in Connecticut almost 3 years back I moved up when I was 17, got a job up there, and I started getting a little bit of a New England accent, like quarter would be like cotta, hey cotta,
Mhm.
you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, I caught myself, but I've been back here since 91, so
Okay.
yeah, I've broke myself of that. But yeah, it's funny how you can change the way you talk just by. But what's funny though is you get people that have moved here. Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you can't understand him, and he's been here for how long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think some of those accents don't really fade much.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think he would be Arnold if he had like a Southern drawl.
yeah, yeah.
That would sound funny if the Terminator spoke like that.
Jim, are those books behind you on all those shelves?
They are.
Nice.
They are. Yeah, these are actual books. It's not a
That's
backdrop.
cool.
Um, we are legit avid
Uh-huh.
readers. We haven't read all the books in here, but I will probably say at least half of them we have read.
Nice.
That's a
Do
good
you
amount.
Yep,
guys do you guys like make it a goal like every day you read like so much or
we
nice.
do. We do.
That's cool.
Yep, that's. I'm really big into self improvement, and that's one of the things. Obviously to try to learn something new every day, but also keep my mind, sharp. Um, so I set a goal every morning. Even before I do any kind of exercising, I'm going to spend at least 10 minutes that morning reading.
Mm.
Then I have other different routines that I do in the morning to try to get me focused. to set up some good positive energy for the day. But then at night, you know, when it's time for bed, we put the phones down and we get the books out because it's time to read.
I see
Now,
that you may
now,
have a couple different series there. Is there one that's your favorite?
I'll be honest with you. One of my favorite series is I don't know if you're ever familiar. There used to be a TV show called The Dresden
That sounds
Files.
familiar.
Oh, okay. Well, that was the series that I just got finished with. It was really, really good. The series that I read before that was the Joe Ledger series. It's basically paranormal action stuff. Really, really, really cool stuff. But I do a lot of reading, like biographies, on different people. It's try to get a full rounded experience of reading. I don't just read junk
Yeah,
stuff.
I would say so with that collection.
Nope. Yeah, there's a lot of neat stuff
That's
in here.
nice.
But she also does some collecting of old books that she doesn't read. She just collects them.
Chris Perez says he just finished the first book in the Dresden Files a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Was that Stormfront? I believe was that one.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. Those are really good books. But yeah, I would highly recommend if he likes that type of books, definitely check out the Joe Ledger series by Jonathan Mayberry.
hey, John.
John and his chicken. I love that. That is so funny.
Yeah, we got Dynamite tonight. Noah Brewer. He's celebrating his anniversary tonight.
Yeah, thanks for asking me to sub in. That's super cool, guys. Appreciate that.
We appreciate that you can do it.
Yeah, no worries. Jim, do you do like mixed media with your books? Do you do any kind of digital books, anything like that? Do you have a digital collection as well?
I do not have a digital collection yet. I did buy my wife the Kindle Paperweight White edition for Christmas, so we are starting to get into the digital books. She's going to get started before me, but we are going to start doing the digital ones as well. Yes,
that's cool. Yeah, I like the digital ones for me and my boy. It's just easy to turn and hold and things like that.
Oh yeah,
You can zoom in so you can see
yeah,
words a lot easier for two people like sitting next to each other, that kind of thing.
yep. Yeah, and that the Kindle that I bought her, it's really neat because it's got something where you don't even have to swipe it to turn the pages. It's just like a little clicker thing. It's pretty neat. But we just got it, opened it up yesterday, so still trying to figure it out. But yeah, we'll be starting the digital books now.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
I was never a big reader. I don't know. I would read stuff if it interested me, but like, when in school, they'd always make you read books and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to read it. It doesn't interest me, but if it interests me, like I remember one book I read, what was the name of it? It was a book about Led Zeppelin. I forget. I don't know if it was called Hammer of the Gods or what it was, but it was a Led Zeppelin book, and I read that. But yeah, other than that, I mean, if it had to do with cars or trucks or something, magazines. I read a lot of magazines, but
oh yeah,
I never read much books. I don't know.
oh yeah.
That's all right.
And I'm a slow reader too. My wife, she'll even give me something, here, read this, and I'll be reading it, and then she'll start talking. I said, wait a minute, I'm not done yet. But my wife, on the other hand, she's like a skim reader, and she reads so quick, and then she doesn't get everything. And I said,
Yeah.
especially directions, I said, well, it says right here to do this. She goes, oh, I missed that part.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that. You'll get to the bottom of the page and you don't remember anything that you just read. So yeah, no, I'm a slow reader too. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the classic back of the cereal box while you're eating the cereal. Or
Yeah.
like trying to do the maze or whatever game was on the back. That
Yep.
was so fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's okay. Whatever gets your eyes, on a page, to some words, no matter how many words there is, that's the good thing.
I read here and there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of like Michael Connolly and James trying to think
Patterson.
Patterson.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of things, but
I wait for the movies or the TV shows.
I do a bunch of that too.
Like all the Harry Potter books. Watch the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will say we have every Harry Potter book. Now that's one series I have not read yet. My daughter, my oldest daughter, she was an avid reader also. She said that it would be better for me to go and read the books than watch the movies because the books are so much better.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
They
gosh,
go a
there's
lot
so
more
much
in depth.
detail. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's 100% Scott. Like the depth compared to the movies, especially on Harry Potter, is insane.
Yeah, I have heard that before.
Mm-hmm.
John wants to. Have you read The Inheritance Cycle by Christopher Paolini?
No, I have not. No, I haven't. I'll have to check that out. Now, what was the name of it again? The Inheritance?
Yeah, the Inheritance Cycle.
No, I have not read that. Okay.
Yeah, comic books. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Loves comic books. Reading artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one thing as far as reading with me, I can read for so long on a book and then I lose interest. So then I'll pick up another book. So next to my nightstand, you'll see probably 5 books at any given time. So I can't just read one book all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of jump from book to book to book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, yep.
I do that with
100%.
TV shows too.
Mm-hmm.
Becky's like, how do you keep track of all that?
John said the first book in the series is Aragon.
Oh yeah, okay, Aragon. Yeah, we do have that. Matter of fact, it's right there. We got eldest Aragon. Inheritance. Okay. Okay. Yes, I have the book. No, I can guarantee my wife has read it, but I have not. Yeah. Yeah.
Audiobooks. Yeah. I forget when we first started doing this show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who it was, but somebody said they wanted to hear my voices in an audiobook. I said, you're crazy.
Okay.
There you go, Jason. Get you a narrator job.
Yeah. As long as there's words in it I can pronounce. If there's some I can't pronounce, I might have trouble.
Yeah.
Well, I always said I wanted to have Chris from True North as a that Waze app you can get on your phone. I'd like to have that Boston accent
A
as
Boston
a
accent, that'd be
Waze
great.
app voice. Yeah.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
So, Scott, do you have a thingy-mabobber?
A thingy-bobber? Yeah, I do.
A presentation? Excuse me.
Just a little stuff that I pulled off the internet. If any of it's wrong, Jim, please correct me. We've got the beard oils, 1 ounce for $15.
Yep.
The ingredients listed was jojoba, argan oil, flaxseed oil, castor oil, sweet almond oil, vitamin E, fragrance, and essential blend. You don't see flaxseed oil too often. Was there a reasoning behind that?
There's a lot of exotic oils going around. And like I say, we've only been in this game since the middle of this year, so we really haven't had an opportunity to go into the more exotic oils. So I wanted to, lack of a better term, play it safe with some oils that I knew were uh, tried and true, and that most everyone could get some kind of a benefit from. Uh, but the flaxseed oil was kind of, I'll be honest with you, it was almost an experiment, because when I told my wife to, look around and try to order some flaxseed oil, flaxseed, most people, when you say flaxseed, they think of like a flaxseed supplement that you
Mm-hmm.
take, not so much an oil. But everything that I had read about it, it was, it would help your skin. It would help nourish your hair. So, why not use the oil in our blend? So yeah, that flaxseed really was an experiment just to see how it would work. And um, like I say, we've only been a company since May, but we've been blending some oils since September of the year before, and I've been sharing it with some friends just to see how it worked in their beards before, we decided to do anything with it. And I mean, we got some really good responses, so I just kind of decided to keep it in the mix.
Yeah, if it worked, great. That's
Mm-hmm.
great.
Yep, I have it in beard tonight.
Okay.
And what do you think of that oil, Dynamite?
Man, I like it. I have the classic, the unscented, and then the vanilla orchard, and it helps style so well, as you can see. Nourishes, it absorbs well. So
That's great.
yeah, I'm liking it. The vanilla orchard I have in tonight is the one I have in tonight.
Cool.
Really happy with that scent. So nice job on that one, Jim.
Thank you.
I kind of have
Thank
a
you.
little bit of a question in regards to your oils. Kind of follow up with Scott's there. Would there be any other oil you would want to add to this blend?
We have actually discussed with another certain person that's, I think, is still in the viewing audience. We've talked about adding barrage
Mm-hmm.
oil
That's a good one.
to our
Mm-hmm.
mix. It looks like it has a lot of really good benefits too. So we had talked about doing that. I don't really want to break up the mix that we have, but I think I would like to add barrage
Mm-hmm.
oil to our mix as
That's a
well.
real good one. I love barrage oil.
Yeah.
So there's nothing you'd swap out. You would just add it.
I think that we would just add it because we've got everything from the thinner oils up to the castor oil, which I know if you've got a gray beard, castor oil is almost a must for any kind of a blend. So I really don't want to take anything out. I think if anything, if we took anything out, we could probably, because we actually add vitamin E as well. But you could also get the vitamin E, say, from the flaxseed oil. So we could possibly take out the vitamin E oil that we use and sub in the barrage. But right now, the plan would be just to add barrage to the current lineup.
Yeah, that's a real good one.
Yeah,
I love castor. You know, anytime I see castor, I'm like, ooh, okay.
Yeah, especially this time of year, it just seems the dryness. The castor oil just helps give it last a little bit longer for me.
Hey, Brewer.
Hashtag bomb.
Yep. The small town bomb too. Don't forget.
Yeah, it's on here. Then we've got the beard butter, which I believe is a 2 ounce for $15. It has shea butter, mango butter, cocoa butter, kokum butter, and then whatever fragrance or essential oil.
Yep, and and also on that, you also have some of our carrier oil blend as in there as well. So you're going to have the jojoba, the argan, the sweet almond, the castor, the flaxseed. All that is going to be in there as well.
Cool.
Yep. But yeah, we did the multiple butters because I think each one brings something to the mix. A lot of people say that our butter could actually be a balm just because of the consistency of it, and that's probably mostly because of the kokum butter because it's a really, really dense butter. But yeah, our butters will give you a lot of style as well as the leave-in conditioner benefits that butters normally give as well.
That's great. And the balm here, I'm not sure if I'm correct on the ingredients here. I just threw your butter ingredients in here because I couldn't find it listed on your website.
Yep, it is. It's everything that's in the oil. It's everything that's in the butter, and we just add some beeswax. And I will say that our butter, you will definitely need a good stiff nail or a guitar pick to get it out of there. Now it melts down good, but it is pretty stiff.
And
I think the first round of balm that I made, it was pretty horrible. It was basically a crayon, just because entirely too much wax. But yeah, we worked it out to where now it actually melts down easy like it's supposed to.
I mean, yeah, I can get it with my nail.
And then we have, I believe this might be a newer product for you. Liquid butter.
Yes.
And 2 ounce for $20. I believe it's mango butter, coconut oil, jojoba oil, sweet almond oil, argan oil, flaxseed oil, castor oil, vitamin E, and any fragrance or essential.
Yeah. And I had some help from Dynamite because our first batch that we made of this, it also had some beeswax in it. And it kind of hindered some of the styling effects of it. and then it also left a residue. So we have since then pulled that ingredient out of our liquid butter, and so far, all the people that have tried it, they've liked it a lot better without the beeswax in it.
Mm.
It's worked out a lot better
Nice.
for them.
That's really good to hear, Jim. Really good to hear.
Yep.
That's great. And liquid butter seems to be a popular item nowadays. A lot of
Mhm.
companies are going that route. And I think in the warmer climates, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Easier to ship.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you. I mean, we've only been doing the liquid butter for a couple months now, but I'll be honest with you. I myself have started leaning more towards the liquid butter in my own routine over our poured butters, and I like our poured butters, but I just like the way my beard feels with the liquid butter. It's more of a natural feel. It's not so, I don't know, stiff.
Mhm.
And before I get into the scent profiles here, I just want to touch. You also do have like some combo deals, I believe, for
Yep.
like 25 for an oil and butter or
Chris.
something along those lines.
Yep. We're actually running a special, a sale from the 26th through the 31st, where all of our fall scents and our Christmas scents are half off. So your $15 oil is now going to be $7.50.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Your $25 combo is literally going to be $12.50 now.
Oh, wow.
Yowza.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. And they're great scents. It's not the fact that I'm just trying to get rid of them. I mean, I don't really see anyone buying a Christmas scent in the summer.
Right.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna go ahead and sell them till they're gone, and they'll go into the vaults until next year.
Yeah, and you see a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
This time of year, right after you get past the holidays, putting a lot of stuff on
Mhm.
sale.
Yep. Yeah, we've got a lot of cool stuff in the works that'll be added to the lineup when these few scents leave.
Very
And I have noticed just by looking at your website and even here on this page, there's a couple of them. You have a lot of tobacco scents. Do you partake in a cigar or pipe or anything?
I don't. I used to smoke for years. Everything from cigarettes, store bought, to cigarettes, legitimate cigarettes that you rolled up yourself, to Black and Milds. I grew up with a great uncle who used to smoke a pipe, and that's actually where the cherry pipe tobacco scent came from. It was an honor to him. So, I mean, I grew up around tobacco. I love the smell of tobacco. I will say there's some of our scents, or a lot of our scents have tobacco, but only some of them are tobacco forward. And some of them, the tobacco just accentuates the scent profile.
Okay.
Oh, very cool. Start off here. We have tea time tobacco, fresh cut grass, sweet tobacco, and bergamot.
Yes. Yeah. That's an interesting one. If a color could have a scent, this tea time tobacco would be green. It is definitely a green scent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we developed that scent when we came home from the St. Patrick's Day Festival in Clover.
Cool.
So it's a very green scent. I love it. It almost has a Irish Spring vibe to it. It's a very, very clean scent. It's going to wake you up when you put it on.
Yeah. Then we've got Summertime Blend, which is exotic pineapple, fresh cut grass, and warm vanilla.
Yep. That's a good one. That's a very smooth scent. What's funny
That
is
one sounds good.
my youngest daughter. See, both my daughters and my wife use our products too. Not that they have beards, but my oldest daughter likes using our unscented oil in her hair, and my youngest daughter, the Summertime Blend is her favorite. She loves using the butter on her feet.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Just it's like a powerhouse of ingredients for your skin. So
right.
why just keep it for your beard? My wife has actually started using our barbershop butter on her hands because of all the essential oils that are in it. That the oils themselves are good for your skin, but then the essential oils are really good. Like the ginger that's in there, the vanilla, it's really good anti-inflammatories. So she started using it on her hands because she went through chemo, and she has a lot of problems with her bones and stuff, and the barbershop seems to ease some of her soreness that she experiences in her hands.
Yeah. I know a lot of women actually use these products as well. As Amber says, she uses the butter and oil all over. My wife, she was using butter a lot. Now she's transitioned to using oil more. She
Yeah.
has won some giveaways from companies where they give out sample bottles, set of sample bottles, and she just loves that. And we've got
Jim,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was just Jim. Can you kind of describe this fresh cut grass a little bit more? Maybe more just you know, going out to the lawn and cutting it, kind of
And that's
essence.
exactly what it is. If you've
Mm-hmm.
ever been outside when someone was cutting grass, that
Mm-hmm.
very, very fresh, it's almost like a liquid kind of smell. I mean, it's just it literally it doesn't smell synthetic whatsoever. It literally smells like you went outside and bottled the air that from the smell of the grass that someone just cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very, very natural. It's a really cool scent, but it's very fresh. It's something that will it'll definitely wake you up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's summertime blends. That one sounds real nice.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. And my wife, Mrs. Bruce City, she says your scent profiles look great. Yeah, a lot of them sound pretty amazing. We've got a fall spice blend here, which is spicy clove, warm vanilla, and aromatic bay rum.
Hmm. Yep. That one will always be near and dear to my heart, even though it's it's about to go into the vault. This was the very first scent profile that I mixed up, the very first
Well,
one, and it has not changed since the first time. A lot of them have been tweaked, but this one has remained the same. And this it being the very first one, it's always going to have a special place in my heart.
yeah, definitely. Then we have the pipe tobacco you were talking about before with sweet tobacco, fresh cherries, and aged amber.
Yep. Yep, that was literally made in honor of my great uncle. Um, Growing up, we would go to my aunt Daisy's house, and he was always being his recliner, smoking a pipe, and it was the best smell in the world, and it was cherry tobacco. We mix all of our scents ourselves, so nothing wrong with buying pre-mixed scents. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it whatsoever. But in order to get cherry pipe tobacco that actually reminded me of what he smoked, I had to do a little bit of mixing to get it, and I think we've replicated it 100%.
Oh,
Uh,
that's
big Big Stu wants to know what scent hits the hardest in the cherry pipe tobacco.
I will say that it's the cherry. It is it's going to be cherry forward. Definitely cherry forward.
Okay. Then we have.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I was just going to say, and we've had a lot of people remark of how much they did like that one because it did serve. It smelled, like actual, fresh cherries. So, we did some good research, and we tried several different cherry essential oils in order to get, the one that we wanted. But I will say that one's cherry forward. Then you'll get the tobacco and the amber.
Okay. Then we have the barbershop, which is fresh ginger, warm vanilla, and smooth sandalwood.
Mm-hmm. This one I was honestly, when I first did it, one of my friends actually was the one that said that it smelled like a barbershop blend to him. To me, I couldn't figure.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. I don't know if you can hear us, Jim, but you froze.
Mic check.
Yeah, you're good, Jim. I believe froze.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people tell that it reminded them of barbershop. So, I mean, the barbershop name stuck with it. But that's another one where we use a mix of both fragrance oils and also essential oils. But this one particular one, it's strictly all essential oils. And this is the one that my wife uses so much on her hands, and it really relieves a lot of the pain that she experiences in it.
Do you think it's the ginger?
I believe that's what it is because we buy small batch ourselves, and there is a ginger rub that I have to put on, like her back, because of all the spine pain that she has from the chemotherapy, and it's
Weird.
so it could be a combination, but it's most likely probably the ginger that does it.
Very cool. And then we've got a fresh cut, which is black
Yep.
pepper, bergamot, lemon, patchouli, sandalwood, vanilla, clove, and bay rum.
Yep. Okay, so I really, really, really wanted to do a traditional barbershop because I know our original one is far from traditional. So I do feel like the fresh cut, it'll give you a trip down memory lane. For when me when I was a kid went and got my hair cut, and after they were done, they would put that powder on you or put the stuff in your hair. That's what fresh cut is. Fresh cut is a legit old school barbershop blend.
So I'm guessing the clove isn't too pronounced then.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. I'll be honest with you. You'll probably get the black pepper initially. It honestly, black pepper just smells so good by itself. I was really, shocked at how good it actually smells. I didn't know what to expect because my wife just she ordered, gosh, not know how many hundreds of dollars of essential oils when we first started this. I mean, we didn't know what we were going to do, so she just ordered everything that sounded interesting. And when I came to the black pepper, I was like, I've got to use this in something. I just never could figure out what to really use it in. So it wound up in fresh cut.
That one sounds pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yep, agreed.
Yeah, just I'm a little leery of clove. Clove can be overpowering sometimes.
Yep. Yep.
And we've got Heavens to Betsy, which is cedar, juicy lime, ginger, and black pepper.
That is one that that's the first scent that Lisa come up with. Um, it's good. It is really good. I'll be honest with you. To me, it really reminds me of if you've ever. I don't know if y'all drink ginger ale or not, but when you open up a bottle of ginger ale, the initial smell that you get, that's Heavens to Betsy.
Mm.
Oh,
That's what it smells
Nice.
like.
Oh, that sounds good then. Yeah.
Yeah. If I could figure out how to get a carbonation smell in there, it would be spot
That
on.
was literally my next gonna be my question to you is like, do you have any kind of like vibe like that, like carbonation kind of vibe?
If I could figure out how to do it, I would love to because I think that it would totally set this one off. It's such a good scent. It really is. And I think that's what it needs to really set it off. I haven't figured out how to get that in there, but that's what it needs. But yeah, it's ginger ale. It is literally a ginger ale that you just opened up.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
The fresh cut. How dominant is the patchouli?
Um, by itself smells more like incense. So that's why it was more towards the middle of the spectrum. It just kind of accentuates. So yeah, you're not just going to smell. It's not definitely not patchouli forward. If anything, it is in the order that it is in there is the way that you're going to smell it.
All right, cool.
Yep.
We've got Johnny Appleseed, which is sweet tobacco, warm vanilla, and crisp apple.
Johnny Appleseed. It's such a good scent. It's very simple. Oh my gosh, it's so simple. But yeah, I told you for a little bit I was smoking the Black and Milds and the tobacco cigar that that I was smoking, and this is probably about as close to it as I could figure out how to get it. But Johnny Appleseed is really probably one of our biggest sellers, and for it being such a simple scent, it's nice. I mean, I've actually got it in tonight. Um, I gave Lisa's uncle that's up visiting from Georgia. Out of all of our scents, that was the one that he chose to wear tonight. So yeah, it's really popular.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Amber says she believes they make an effervescent type fragrance.
Really?
So that might be
Okay.
something to look
Okay.
into. I also know there are a couple beer companies that do have carbonation of some sort in their scents.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of
Okay.
the owners like to talk to each other and help each other out. So that may be an avenue to go down as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And on that note, I will say James from Top Hat was huge in our initial success. I don't know how many times I blew this guy's phone up with questions on, you know, the first time that I made butter, I was like, "Oh my gosh, dude! All I smell is chocolate," because it was the shea butter that we were using. I was like, "How do I get rid of this?" And he explained to me on ratios with oil versus the different butters and stuff that you were using, and you don't find a lot of companies outside of the beer company that would do something like that. But this in the beer community, it's like people try to help each other succeed, and it's amazing. But yeah, James from Top Hat was a huge part of helping me get our initial product set up.
Yeah, that's great. He's a great guy. We've had him on here.
Yeah.
And we've got Georgia Smoke, which is sweet tobacco, peach, and warm vanilla.
That sounds
Yep.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
peach sounds
Yeah.
real good.
It is definitely a really nice scent. I'll be honest with you. My wife, I think she pushes every time we do a show. She'll push our original barbershop, Johnny Appleseed, and Georgia Smoke. Those are the ones that she pushes. You know, they're just such good scents. They're so simple, but they're just such good scents.
Yeah, sometimes they don't have to be complex to be a
Mm-hmm.
great scent.
Yep.
And we have Date Night, which is sophisticated cognac and teakwood.
Yep. And you know, you mentioned they don't have to be complex. This is as simple as it can be, but oh my gosh, literally every show that we've done recently, it doesn't matter if I bring 4 bottles or if I bring 10 bottles. I'm not bringing anything home with
Wow.
me. It's such a good
Oh,
scent.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. It's more of a cologne type scent, you know, so it really hits home. I've actually had teenagers buy this. I mean, their face haven't even thought about sprouting hair, but they buy this just because they want to wear it as a cologne.
Yeah, I can see that. That's why I don't buy many
Yep.
colognes, is because I use beard oil and
Mm-hmm.
pretty much just use that as my cologne normally.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yep.
Jim, if you ever get into colognes or anything like that, you know you got 1 scent ready to go.
Well, actually, that's definitely coming in 2025. We've got a couple scents out there being tested right
Good,
now.
because you just
Yep.
answered one of my questions for you for later.
Yep.
Michael Hiromi says Black and Milds were the first thing I ever smoked at 16. I was at the Boot Scootin' Saloon with some buddies trying to be cool. I loved it. Too bad they were so bad for us.
Yeah. The good times always are.
That's funny. Yep.
Yeah. My grandpa, he smoked cigars and into his 80s. It was like, how can they be so bad if he can live to 80?
I know, right?
Then we have citrus woods, which is pine, cedar, cypress, sandalwood, and tangerine.
Yep. So my youngest daughter, she told me, she said, "Daddy, you have to have some kind of a wood scent." She said, "All guys like wood scent." So I wanted to do something that didn't smell like you got hit in the face with a pine tree. I didn't want to make another Polo cologne. So this is our take on a wood scent, and it's smooth. It is probably one of the smoothest wood scents out there. And I think it's because um, I wouldn't say that any one of the woods stand out. I think that they all kind of meld together and create a totally different species of wood scent. And then you have the tangerine at the end that just kind of, you know, it mellows it, but it also kind of gives it a bright ending. It's a good scent. It
Yeah, it
really
sounds
is.
interesting.
That's one of my
Tangerine.
go-tos.
Agreed. Yeah, that one sounds good.
And then we have clove and barrel, which is Kentucky bourbon, butterscotch, warm vanilla, sweet tobacco, leaf tobacco, clove, and bay rum.
Yep. Yep. So this was my first take on trying to do a complex scent because honestly, most of our scents are very, very simple. But I saw a lot of the other companies doing these big, huge, complex scent profiles, and honestly, I just wanted to see if we could do it. And this one's good. It really is. It's a very nice scent. Everything mixes well with each other. it's just a very, very good scent.
Yeah, sounds interesting. And we have Harvest Emperor, which is crisp apple, harvest spice, brown sugar, and sweet tobacco.
Yep, this is one of the ones that's on our sale going on right now. This one has been. I've had a lot of people tell me that it's like basically the smell of an apple pie that just come out of the oven. It's really good scent, especially if you're a foodie oil person. You would definitely like this one because it if you like apple pie too. So this is another nice scent, but it will be leaving very soon.
Cool. And then we've got Vanilla Orchard, which is snickerdoodle, warm vanilla, and crisp apple.
That's a
Yeah,
real good one.
yeah. This come along. Yeah, this one come along right with Harvest Ember.
It's a good one.
Yeah, another simple scent, but yeah, it's really nice. This is another one that we're in the process of trying to do a cologne for. We got 3 of them right now. We've got Vanilla Orchard, Cherry Pipe Tobacco, and Tobacco Noir, which are in the works for colognes.
Yeah, this is a good one. I really enjoy this one a lot, and I really enjoy specifically two your scent profiles, the vanilla and the crisp apple. Those two alone are just really, really nice. I know vanilla is you kind of get vanilla in a bunch of different companies, but I don't know, it just kind of works well, especially with that crisp apple. That's a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to ask Dynamite this question because owners can be biased. But how long do the scents last for you?
I'm gonna go like a medium. It's definitely gonna come out. It's not gonna come overnight. If you put it in night, it's not gonna last, overnight. Or when you want to do your morning routine, it's not gonna interfere with like gonna put in at night. You're definitely gonna get your whiffs, a few hours later, that sort of thing. But I'd say definitely in that right in the medium, right in that medium range.
Okay.
Yeah, totally agree. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good place to be.
Yep, that's what I like.
Sometimes I like it when I'm outside and the wind catches it, and then you all of a sudden get these scents just out of the blue. It's kind of cool.
Sarge,
or a reminder a few hours later what you put in.
Yeah.
Sarge says Harvest Ember doesn't look to be priced down on the website.
Really? Okay, I'll give it a look because that one is actually half off for the the oil, the butter, the balm, the combo. I'll give it another look, but that one is definitely half off.
Yeah, and Baker, he doesn't like food scents because he's big boned and wouldn't want to eat snacks all day long.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and Tommy's asking which fall scents are half off.
Right now, fall spice and harvest ember, and then all of our Christmas scents, which would be Christmas Village, Santa's Visit, and then Santa Tom's Workshop. Those are all half off.
Cool. We technically have those on screen right now. Christmas Village is pine cedar, oud, berries and cream, clove, cinnamon, and apple. Santa's Visit is warmth of the holiday, cranberry, pine, and snickerdoodle. And Santa's Tom's Workshop is cinnamon, vanilla, pear, clove, sweet tobacco, and leaf tobacco. So
Now I'm going to ask you on at Santa Tom's Workshop when cinnamon is listed first. I know cinnamon can be tricky because it can burn you. Is it that potent because it's listed first, or how is it?
It is not. Um, it's not so potent. It mixes in.
Okay.
It mixes in with the scent. I've worn it myself outside, and no issues whatsoever. We've had a lot of people buying this one, and I have not heard of anyone having any issues with it.
Okay.
Another thing is that our scents they're not strong. I'd go by the IFRA ratings as far as the scents. So that has pros, but then it also has cons where you're not going to have the longevity of some of the that you might experience with some other companies. So yeah, I don't think you would have any problems with Santa Tom's Workshop.
Okay.
Jacob from Jacked Up Leatherworks says Santa Tom's is amazing.
Thank you, Jake.
And Sarge had said he blew through Christmas Village when he had it. So good.
Yeah, and I will say all three of those scents were actually developed with the man and the legend himself, Santa Tom Smith.
That's great.
Yep.
And then we've got Tobacco Noir, which is sweet tobacco, leaf tobacco, vanilla, cognac, oud, clove, plum, and bourbon.
Yes.
That one sounds pretty good.
This one's so nice. Yeah, it's a very, very complex scent. I've had different people say different things about it. I feel like it's more of a darker scent. I've had other people say it's more of a lighter floral scent. But it's very nice. It's another one that's really hard to keep in stock. Oil, the butter, or the balm. It's been received very, very well.
Yeah.
And that is also another. Actually, that one, Tobacco Noir, and the very next one, those were collabs with Santa Tom as well.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. The next one, the Southern Gentleman, that one sounds pretty good too.
Yes, it does. It sounds awesome.
Yep. Yeah. We wanted to step up our game with the tobacco. That's why you see a lot of our stuff further on down the list. It has 2 tobaccos on there. And actually some of the tobaccos are mixtures of other tobaccos to make a sweet tobacco. But we wanted to give this some depth. So that's where you have the musk that was added to it. And it's I'm biased. I am totally biased on it. Yeah, this is another one that I think is just it's really, really a nice scent.
Yeah. Southern Gentleman is sweet tobacco, leaf tobacco, peach, Kentucky bourbon, and white musk. That one sounds pretty great.
Yep.
And then we have Plum Creek, which is Plumera, jasmine, vanilla, and ocean.
Yep. We are fixing to get into some things that are going to be released at the first of the year. Everything after Southern Gentleman is fragrances that are going to be in our women's line. They're currently available at like vendor markets. We just have to get all the pictures and all the information uploaded to the website, but they'll be there after the first of the year. But these are geared more towards the ladies. They're more feminine sense. They are top notch. There's nothing to distract from them because they are beautiful scents in their own right. So, but I think it's going to be something really special. We just wanted to make sure that we offer something for everybody. Even though that I think all of our scents can be worn by anyone, we specifically wanted to do something special for the ladies.
Okay,
Can you describe that? What is it? The plumeria?
Plumeria, that is uh, like a flower type scent. It's a very, very pretty scent.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it strong, or you can use it how it's used in this scent right here for a
Mm-hmm.
more feminine, light, powdery kind of smell. But yeah, it's very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one sounds good as well.
Yep.
and Ray was asking feminine scents. Can that be used in beard as well?
I'll be honest with you. They probably could.
Thank you, Amber.
Yeah, they probably could. There's one that we did. It's further on down the line. It's called Southern Belle. That some gun smells nice. It's very fresh. I'd probably wear it in my beard. But we were definitely trying to do something, special for the ladies when we come up with these scents. And this is something that, this is very near and dear to Lisa's heart because she's helped contribute in all of the scents that we originally offered, but she wanted to do something on her own, that she could offer to the company. So this is her offering, so I just, I wanted to make sure that, she got some spotlight too, because it always seemed that, the spotlight was on what I was doing, but she was just as much a part of the company as, I was. So we wanted to give her some spotlight, and this was her offering so far.
Oh, that's
Nice.
great. And I know a lot of women in the community use these beard products as well. So it's great that they have some that are geared towards them.
Yep.
I wanted to. I believe this is feedback for you. I think he received the Southern Gentleman butter instead of balm, and for our auction, the triple bundle, he said it was short tobacco noir oil.
Okay. Okay. We will definitely get that taken care of.
Yeah, Brad, probably just reach out to him in a DM or something.
Yeah.
Tell him what was going on. We'll take care of you.
Yep, we will definitely take care of that.
Thanks. We appreciate that. And guys, if you ever have any issues with any orders, reach out to these companies. They're great, and they normally would take care of you with no issues at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, definitely.
And then we've got raspberry wine, which is vanilla, coconut, and raspberry.
Now that one actually sounds good because I'm a vanilla fan,
Mm-hmm.
and I like raspberry. I like raspberry anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
agree
this
with
vanilla
Jason.
that Lisa uses in her stuff is different than the vanilla that I use in mine. She uses a Tahitian vanilla,
Mm.
and I like mine, but hers has a little bit more depth and creaminess to it.
Mm.
So it's
Yeah.
it's very nice, definitely.
And then we have Marigold Lane, which is lavender, Egyptian musk, and Indian sandalwood.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. This is another one that's it's very calming and almost powdery.
Mm.
It's another one that's very nice.
And we have the Southern Belle, which you were talking about, which is Kentucky bourbon, fresh pear, creamy vanilla, and bergamot.
Yeah. Um, the first conception of this one was it had caramel spiced pear in it, and it just detracted from it so much. So we switched that out. Also changed the name because the original name of this one was Boozy. Um, so it got a little bit of a facelift, and then it also got a little bit of a lineup change. But the fresh pear added so much more to it than the caramel pear, because the caramel pear it was so overpowering. Even with just say one drop of it in the mixture, it just took over the whole scent profile, and you really couldn't smell anything other than that. So we removed it from the mix, and now it smells a lot better. So we had Southern Gentleman. So this is basically his counterpart, the Southern
Yeah,
Belle.
yeah, it
Mhm.
sounds great.
Yeah, that pear sounds good.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
Then we have Woodland Kiss, which is Indian sandalwood, fresh pear, patchouli, and cranberry.
Yes, and this one is very nice. And I know I've said they're all nice. This one, it is such a bright fragrance, and I think it's because of what the cranberry brings to it. It is real nice. You got the really smooth sandalwood. You got the fresh pear, but then putting that pear and that cranberry together, it's it's almost it's going to sound dumb, but it's almost a juicy kind of scent. Very, very nice.
Uh,
Um, and Baker was saying he can't wait for his order, and would Santa Tom autograph my order? I think that would take quite a bit of shipping.
Not it. If he
Yeah.
may autograph a picture for you, though. You never know.
Are these available now, Jim?
Um, we do not have them loaded up on the website now.
Okay.
We're planning on having them up on the first part of the new year.
Okay.
Because we still need to take some pictures,
Mm.
and I've got to get all the descriptions and stuff uploaded. So, but they will be on the website after the first of the year.
Okay.
Yes, yes. We're going to be offering the 1 ounce dropper bottles, the 2 ounce butters, and then also it's like a 0.75 ounce roller bottle, which is basically you can use it as basically a perfume.
Mm.
So, but the prices are basically going to be the same, except for the 0.75 roller bottle. That's only going to be $10. So it's a good deal on a very nice product.
Okay. I pinned a couple questions here while we were going through that, so I'm going to bring them up. Baker, he says not playing dumb, but liquid butter does same stuff as regular butter, but use it like an oil to apply.
Basically, the liquid butter, um, it's just so convenient. It is. You're not having to use multiple products. The liquid butter, I know at least for me, it just absorbs, so easily into your beard hair. It gives you a lot more natural feeling as far as in your styling. it offers the same nourishment, and I am proud of our poured butters. I don't think we'll ever go away from poured butters because they have been received so well. And it's probably because of the uniqueness of our butter compared to other companies' butters. Um, but the liquid butter was just something that I wanted to offer because I do know that the culture is starting to lean towards liquid butters. But as far as the actual concept, I mean, it's used the same way. It is. It's just more of a convenience.
Yeah. I think liquid butters are great, especially if you're doing a lot of traveling. You can just
Hmm.
take the bottle, throw it in. It's a plastic bottle, so it's not like you got to worry about glass breaking or anything. Um,
Yep.
and
Uh,
Yep.
go ahead, Dynamite.
I would say that the liquid butter can be more treated as like an oil, but what you're going to be missing, and this is actually going to be a shout out to Dan C, because I actually posed this question in a similar fashion to him, and the way he mentioned it was that you're missing the long chain uh, fatty acids of the solid butter from the liquid butter. So essentially, you're just going to be, you can use them the same, but what you're going to be missing is just that one component there. So like I use like liquid butter during the day, like you guys are all talking, to kind of get that more natural feel, as Jim kind of mentioned earlier, and then to kind of really get that nourishment from the solid butter at night seems to be the biggest difference there. And then, like Jim said, that more natural. Like I have liquid butter in right now and not solid, and you feel like you just get more of that natural, especially for the day. Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, and then another question I had was, what's your favorite Christmas scent?
My favorite Christmas scent has got to be um, Santa's Visit, and it's because I love cranberry, and it's cranberries in that one. So that's the one I've been wearing all week long. Um, I just love it. It's just such a really fresh scent, So that one has got to be my favorite right now.
Okay. One more popped up here. Uh, are the women's fragrances in oil or parfum?
They are oil. Yes, they are. They are oil. Yes, they are.
Okay. Uh, do you have anything? I mean, other than some new scents coming out this year, do you have any? Well, I'll just spit it out there. Are you looking into washes and some other things?
We are. We're looking into obviously the new scents. We're looking into right off the bat offering some colognes for the scents that we have. We are my daughters have been on me so hard about doing candles, so we're
Mm,
looking into candles or wax melts. I haven't really decided which avenue to go, but we are definitely looking to branch out into some of the other um, products, for beard care. Definitely going to be offering the colognes and the washes very soon. Definitely.
Jacob from Jacked Up says he mixes tobacco noir and Santa
Yeah,
Tom
that'd be a good one to
together.
wash. A wash to add.
OMG.
Okay.
Sounds
Okay. Yeah, I love mixing stuff. Um, I mix the summertime oil blend with Johnny Appleseed. That's a really good one right there.
mm.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a mixologist myself.
Yeah, your vanilla and apple. I know I mentioned it again, but it seemed to be mixed with a lot of different companies and different scents and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one prop I gotta give to your profiles.
And I will say, from watching your routine, I've started doing, midday. I'll get my beard damp, and then I'll put the oil in my hand with some water, and it does actually make it last a lot longer. And it's a good midday routine. So I've started incorporating that, into my routine every day.
Nice. That's really cool. Do you have any plans for doing any more of the peach scents? That peach really sounds good. Do you have any plans for that, or any kind of like a fruity kind of vibe?
We are. Actually, that's probably going to be one of the first scents that we release, because I know a lot of our scents have tobacco in it. So in the new year, we're going to be developing a lot more scents that are non-tobacco related. Because I know it's really easy to get in a I don't want to say a rut, but we're known right now for our tobacco scents. I really want to see if we can branch out and expand our scent profiles to be not so reliant on tobacco scents. So, but yeah, definitely the first scent that's going to be coming out is going to be more of a like a fruity type scent. So yeah, it's going to be something that I think everyone's really going to enjoy.
Nice. That's real cool.
Yep.
And Abe says that date night beard oil has me reaching for my credit card. Yeah, that sounds like a good one.
I say, as far as that date night oil, one of the coolest things that I think we've ever had happen was Johnny Beard. He did a little clip for us on that, and it was so cool. But the coolest thing about it was he did one for Johnny Appleseed that I showed my mom. She had a fit. I think she kind of has a crush on Johnny. And so, yeah. So, just kidding around, I had mentioned it to him, and he said, "Would you care if I did a video for your mom?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care. I think that'd be cool." So he did the date night video, and I mean, he's probably the smoothest guy on Instagram, anyways. But at the very end of it, he does his, the whole, cool Johnny thing with his hat, and he has my mom's name written across the screen, and little hearts and stuff. Johnny. She had a fit over that. When I sent that to her, she was like, "Who's Terry?" And I said, "You." Oh my goodness, she had a fit. So yeah, that was a cool thing for date night. Yeah.
That's cool.
And here's a question I'm surprised I didn't ask.
Yeah.
Any leather scent in the future?
I've tried. I have tried. There's a couple scents that I have such a hard time with. We've got a coffee scent coming out. And coffee was so hard for me to figure out. So we've got one. I sent it out to Kyle, Bearded, Brewed, and Tattooed. He's gonna give some critique on it before we release it. And then leather's another one. I've tried. I know we will. It's just I haven't yet figured out how to work with it. So, but yeah, that is one that we'll be working with it as well.
Yeah, there's others that have said leather's not easy.
Coffee as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we figured out the coffee blend, and I think everyone's gonna like it. It's just I want to make sure that all of the tweaks on the recipe are where they need to be. And I will say the coffee scent does have some legs to it. I had put it on probably about seven-ish the one night, and I get up about 4:30 in the morning. I can still smell it. So it's got some legs to it. So I think it's something if where people really want something with some longevity, they're going to be very happy with the coffee scent.
Is the coffee going to be a essential oil, fragrance oil?
It is a fragrance oil. It is. Yeah, it is a fragrance oil. It'll be a mix because it also has vanilla, and our vanilla is essential
Mm-hmm.
oils, but then it's got a couple other things in it as well, that are fragrance. So it's a
Mm.
mix. And most of our scents are mixes. There are a few that are straight essential oils, like citrus woods. That's a straight essential oil blend. Heavens to Betsy, straight essential oil. Barbershop is a straight essential oils, but most of our scents are a mixture of both fragrance and essential.
Nice.
The ones that are strictly essential oil, maybe you should list that as such on your website. I know there's a lot of people out there who tend, especially in the last year, tend to go towards
Yeah,
essential oil scents.
yeah,
That's a good
yeah,
idea.
and trust me, there's been a lot of feedback at the vendor shows that we've done, showing that a lot of people, um, they don't want to just smell good. They want to have some health benefits from,
Mm.
these oils as well. So that is something we've taken into consideration. I've actually got something from a company that we were blessed to win one of their giveaways, and I got their it's Johnny Ray's, and I'm gonna tell you, it's their all essential line sample pack, dude.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's amazing. It is amazing. So, yeah, you'll see a lot more of the essentials, coming your way from us. I don't think I'll ever get away from fragrances, but you will start seeing more of our scents that will have strictly essential oils in them.
Yeah, I just got one of those Johnny Ray sample packs and just got it today.
Hmm. Oh
Mm-hmm.
man, you're in for such a treat. It
Yeah,
is
they're good.
awesome.
Yep, they sure are.
Yep.
Yeah,
Any
coffee.
other
I'm
questions
looking
for
forward to that
Jim,
coffee.
guys?
Yeah, does anybody have any questions?
I just want that fruity scent whenever it comes out. Sign me up.
Yes, sir. We'll definitely get something out to you.
I had some questions, but they got answered, like your roadmap 2025, stuff like that, and
Sorry about
your
that.
liquid butter changes. So that was cool to hear about.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, definitely. And you've got a lot of what looks like great sense for a fairly new company.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty impressive.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Lisa will argue that I have too many scents, but I just want to make sure that there's something for everybody in
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if you can have too many scents, but you know, I think we've got a good start.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you're pulling some back, and um, in the new year you have some others coming.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
that's great.
Yep.
What I think you did say this. What is your biggest seller? That was that Tobacco Noir, huh?
Tobacco Noir is probably our biggest seller, and then I would say Date Night.
Hmm.
Yeah, here recently, actually, Date Night's probably been the biggest seller. Maybe not so much from the website, but from all the vendor shows that we've done. Because for about the last 3 months, we've done a show every weekend, and after every show, I have to make a whole new batch of oil, butter, and balm of the Date Night scent. So as simple a scent as it is, I mean, people just seem to eat it up. I mean, they love it, and I mean that's a blessing to us, because it's scary every time we release a new scent because it's you know just because I think it smells good,
Yeah.
and that doesn't necessarily mean anyone else thinks it's going to smell good. It's just so for someone to actually or the community to receive any of our scents the way they have, it's just like it's such an honor, and a blessing that other people actually like us. I mean, come on, we've only been around since
Yeah.
May. You know, we've just been received so well, and you know, I mean, it's very humbling. I will say that, very
It
humbling.
means you're on to something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're headed down the right path.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Definitely have some good carriers, some good scents, good products.
What are your well? First, what are your thoughts on it, and then have you thought about using or trying it yet? Any of the bird blends?
Actually, we were just talking about that today. Um, I'll be honest with you, as new as we are, I pay a lot of attention to what the other companies are doing, and I started seeing some companies move
Yeah.
away from the bird blends. So I mean, I may try some of the other ones, some of the other the exotic oils. You know, like I was saying, you know, maybe adding barrage oil. Um, but as far as the bird blends, I don't think that will go in that territory. Um, I know some of it is just because of what I've seen people moving to. Another is just the cost of some of them, and I would hate to have all that invested in something that I mean no one
Yeah,
wants. So
I
I
think
don't see
companies
us
are just getting away from those just because the costs of some of them are getting up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I do feel like what we offer, it's not cheap. It's not cheap oils. It's not fillers. I do think that we
Mm.
offer a good quality, solid, tried and true blend. It's not adventurous. I'll be the first to admit that. That's why you know we do want to start maybe adding something more exotic to our mix because I do know that you know there's a lot of people out there that would like to see our blend a little bit more adventurous. So you know you will probably see us add something like I was mentioning the barrage oil to our mix. We like getting feedback on our product, and that being one of the things people would want to see. You'll probably see something like that in the future added.
Here's another question from Baker. Is deodorant on the scope of your progress?
Um, I'll be honest with you. I have not even looked into how it to go about making the deodorants. I haven't. I really haven't. The first thing I definitely wanted to do was get to um, the cologne, and then definitely a beard wash. I'm not ruling out deodorants. It's just I have not done any research on how to go about how to make them. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, they're a more difficult product, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, along that note, how about bar soaps? Have you?
That we have considered. We have considered bar soaps, yes, sir. But first we want to get the cologne and we want to get the beard washes, and then we will probably start offering some soaps. Now the soaps, they'll probably be their own scents. You may not get, say, a Johnny Appleseed bar soap.
Mm.
You know, it's probably going to be their own scent profile line when we do those.
Okay, it's cool. Romy says I'm not too sure he's much of a fan of the bird oils, I think he's saying. Um, He's a few blends, they're good and all, but nothing any better than any of the other blends. I know I do use bird oils maybe once or twice a week, and then I use a lot of ones that aren't bird blends at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm the same. I use mostly regular oil blends, and but I believe in what DNC says about the plateau effect.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good to throw bird blend in once or twice a week, like Scott said, and you can tell the difference. There is a difference, but I don't think using it every day would garner anything for you.
And Big Stu, I hear you. I miss some of the CBD oils. They're
Yeah.
very softening,
Yeah.
but I think
Yeah.
that companies just didn't see maybe they were selling enough of them to justify probably the cost.
Well, there's regulations with that as well too, so that's
Yeah,
an ordeal. So
right. Yeah, I mean, IFRA's enough try to keep
yeah.
up with without
Mm-hmm.
having all these other regulations. And if
Yeah.
you're trying to, a lot of companies now are getting into more international shipping, and you run into more of those issues that way.
Yep.
Makes sense.
And yes, amber hemp oil is great for softening as well. There are a lot of great carrier blends out there that are not bird oils or CBD that
Yeah.
work just as great. Hey, Greg, I agree. There's probably too much regulation for CBD. I
Yep.
mean, there's still some out there. If you look, you can find them. They're not your big beard companies, but it's out there.
Now, Kenneth Bayard says feds were the reason we abandoned hemp oil.
Mhm.
So,
Yep. Back to the regulation and all that. Yep.
well, it didn't hurt you any, Ken, because your blend is pretty damn good anyhow. So
Yeah, yeah, he's doing pretty well. Has a rebrand going on that looks pretty cool.
yeah.
Jim, are those yellow books? And please tell me I'm right on this one. Are those row of yellow books? Are those encyclopedias? Please tell me I'm right.
No, no, those are actually books that my wife's collecting, the Nancy
I got
Drew
you.
books. Yeah.
I was going to say Hardy
Yeah.
Boys.
I thought the same thing, Dynamite. I thought,
Yeah.
oh, that must be a set of encyclopedias. But
I was like, please be encyclopedias. I haven't seen a set of those in years.
I do have a setup in the attic,
Nice.
but yeah, yeah.
Let's go.
No, those are Nancy Drew books.
Yeah, it's a nice collection.
Yeah.
Amber, I cannot wrap my head around the hemp and the federal issues. I hear you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, it's just some of the stuff out there nowadays is just weird.
yeah. Well, I can't think of anything else I need to know.
Well,
I think I learned a lot.
everything sounds great, Jim. I'd say just
Yeah.
keep doing what you're doing.
Well, appreciate it, fellas. Really do
Yeah, keep
appreciate
it
it.
up. I think you're doing a good job as well.
We appreciate you having you on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun. I really appreciate y'all having me. Hopefully, maybe in the future, y'all get to meet the missus. But yeah, I can't thank you enough for letting us on the show. I really appreciate it.
Oh,
Yeah. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
yeah, and I'm definitely going to check out some of these scents. They sound amazing.
Yeah. And
Okay.
and I mean, I didn't even ask this, but just talking to you and your personality and your persona, I get why the name of your company is Small Town Traditions, because that's how you are. You're just
I appreciate that. I do. But one thing, uh, just make sure if y'all do consider checking out our products, make sure you have an alternate set that you like, because every order always gets samples thrown in with it as well. Okay, we normally send it's either a 2 ml bottle or a 5 ml bottle. It's just whichever one we have handy, but we always send free samples with every order.
Nice.
So, we just want to know which sample looks interesting to you, and we'll make sure to include it as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Definitely. And that's a good way to get people to come back. They get interested in another one and put it in order.
Yeah, I mean, it has been received pretty well, and it's something really important to us to try to do something a little bit different, and I mean, honestly, who doesn't like something free?
Right.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make sure to give back to the community that has supported us so well. So yeah, make sure you definitely have another scent that you would like to try, because you're also going to get it as well.
That's great. Well, thanks for watching, Baker. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And keep watching. You never know who will be on next.
Yep. All right. And I think with that, we're going to call it a night, guys. Yeah, Jim, it's been a pleasure. I'm glad we finally got to meet. Yeah. I definitely got to get an order in. Yep.
Yeah, you guys won't regret it. It's pretty good stuff from Jim.
Well,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, coming from you, Dynamite, that's a big seal of approval. So yeah.
That means a lot.
I think I have. This is the natural, and you can't really quite see it, but I believe it's like down to here. So that's that one. And then like I said earlier, I mix his Vanilla Orchard with some different scents from different companies, so it like mixes well too.
Great.
So
yeah, I appreciate that.
Worries.
Thank you so much.
Brother.
Bank accounts hate you. Well, I appreciate everyone for watching. Make sure to check us out next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We have a little different company on. They're a tea company that was supporting our charity event we had. Bearded Provisions. Fairly new company. But it should be another interesting show on the Great Respect. So make sure to tune in next week. And respect the journey, all. We'll catch you next week.
Bye, guys.
Have a good Friday, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.